abs.
You want abs?
Yo,
Yeah,
guys,
I want your abs.
Y'all better stop eating carbs then. You ask Anna. Ask Anna Labelle.
No carbs,
One more minute,
right?
1 more minute. 1 more minute and we go to
Hello?
Hello?
Where's
So,
Wait, who's that? Look at this.
okay, guys, it's 7:05, and what we are going to do right now is
Website. I know the website. What's this?
okay.
It's not on the website. Did you guys?
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and mute all so that I can introduce today's incredible call. We have this amazing woman that has been doing some serious growing, and I find it so inspiring that we just had to hear from her. So incredible. I met her just a few weeks ago in person. I met her in the biz work, way before. And electrifying energy, electrifying vibe and drive, and just really inspiring, guys. I could stay for more minutes describing all the amazing things about her, but without further ado, guys, I want to introduce our host tonight. Miss Lyllian is going to go ahead and just break it down for us today. So get a pen and paper and just really listen from the heart, okay? Connect with her story, connect with what it is, because, this team is on fire right now. We're going to share some of the numbers and some of the statistics. Incredible. I'm so fired up. Miss Lyllian, it's all you. I cannot wait to hear from you. Go ahead.
Woo! Guys, it's time to rise. It's time to shine. It's time to get up. It's time to rise. It's time to shine. It's time to show up. By the end of this call, you're going to be singing that with me. It's time to shine. It's time to rise. It's time to show up. One more time. It's time to rise. It's time to shine. It's time to show up. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kings and queens, I want to welcome you guys to the most epic, what promises to be the most epic call we have ever had yet. And why do I say that? Well, it's all about the progress mindset, right? We're of the progressive mindset, which means everything that we do today is going to produce more success than it did yesterday. Everything that we do today is going to produce 10 times more the results than it did yesterday. And without wasting any time, I know some of y'all have to go to work. Shout out to Binush. I just want to start off by thanking Coach Sharif, because this is a platform that you have provided for all of us to benefit. Everyone who is on this call right now is a result of your vision. And I cannot go on without thanking my girl, dancer extraordinaire, I'm looking at you, Miss Anna LaBelle. Thank you so much for hooking me up with this opportunity. I know already that I'm going to be eternally grateful. So let's get right down to business. I'm going to start off by sharing briefly about myself. And I want to emphasize in the beginning that there's really nothing more special about me than you. We're all special. We've all been given the same opportunity. The only difference is what? The decision. Because the moment you make a decision, what follows is action, right? So the only thing that has allowed me to be here speaking tonight is because I've envisioned this. When I caught the belief, when I made that decision, then I took the necessary action to be here. Which means you guys can do the same thing. All it takes is a decision. And talking about my story, I'm going to go back to 2002. I'm an African immigrant from East Africa, Tanzania, repping from the east side, right? Came to this lovely country when I was 16 years old, a week before I turned 17. I was one of the most shy people You hear me talking right now. I'm really talkative. In fact, my friends can never keep me quiet, but I haven't always been like this. I was very shy. I went to small town Iowa. If anybody knows where Iowa is, it's in America. Yes, America. Cornfields. People were staring at me. I felt awkward. I remember buying a book that said how to start conversations and keep them going. Can you guys believe that I actually had to read a book about conversations? What I'm trying to say is the things that where I am today, I learned. I learned the skill of how to talk to people. I learned how to start conversations. Many years ago, that wasn't me. I came to this country with the dream of becoming a chemical engineer. You know, I was good at chemistry. I didn't know what to do, so I decided to be a chemical engineer. A few weeks in the country, I realized that my student visa was going to run out before I would even finish my degree. And I'm grateful that my parents were financially stable, but we still did not have enough money to afford the college that I should have gone to. So my father, who had been to America, knew that nursing was in high demand. Shout out to all the nurses in the building. Hey. So I decided to become a nurse and use the nursing money to pay for the chemical engineering degree. But got into nursing and I fell in love. I fell in love with the profession because it put me around people and I could help heal people. Fast forward, long story short, how did I come into Herbalife? My friend Evie was stalking, don't deny Evie, you were stalking her, okay? Was stalking Anna on Facebook. And she told me, you need to check this girl out. You guys kind of look alike. You kind of have like a similar figure. So I checked Anna out. She looked great. She had the abs that I should have had, okay? She had the figure that I was trying to work on. You know, I've been working out for some time. I have the arms, okay. The legs were okay, but the abs, the belly, y'all, it wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. So anyway, I got in touch with this girl, went to her dance class on Tuesday nights in Oakland, and she told me that she was using Herbalife. So I'm like, whatever, Herbalife, whatever it is, I just want those abs. Okay, she invited me to a meeting. I went to the meeting because she was my friend. You guys, if I tell you everything happened to make sure that I don't get to that meeting, I left with plenty of time to get there on time. There was a big accident on the freeway, so I had to park my car, get on the train. Then I missed the train, I'm telling you, by the time I got there was only like 40 minutes left in the guest section of the meeting. But I came to the meeting pretty much because I liked Anna. I wasn't really interested in the business. And I went there, and when it was time to take pictures, when it was time for a break, and those VIPs went to eat some real food, and I was left with Michael and Alicia eating the bars, okay? I was like, people are eating real food, and I'm eating, I'm like, it's all right, it's all right. I told Anna, I'm leaving, I need to go find some real food. But before I go, she was like wanting me to take pictures with her. So we took the pictures, and all the ladies looked really good, y'all. I was the only one in that picture sucking in my stomach, okay? I said, Anna, how come you don't have no pudgy? And I have pudgy, and I'm pointing to my belly. I'm sucking it in. You guys, you know how we do, suck it in. Okay. And then, since we're all family, I'm just gonna admit, all the men in that place looked good in their suits. I'm like, okay, whatever these people are using, these powder stuff that I have to eat while the VIPs are eating real food, I gotta get in on this, whatever this is, okay? So I told her, I'm not gonna jump on any bandwagon. I've done businesses like this before. I'm not interested in the business, but I care about health. You know, as a nurse, I do care about health. I'm gonna use the products, I'm gonna get in shape. So I got the membership. Started using products, talked to my coworkers and said, you guys, these products are working. Can we work on our weight? Recruited them and started what I call a 30-day Get Sexy challenge to help people lose weight. I even bought the Herbalife products and gave those people my discount because I was not interested in the business. All right, now fast forward. I don't know what happened. One day, the light just went on. The light, I can't even tell you when it happened, but the belief just kicked in. I don't know if it was the meeting that I went to with Garen, or I don't know if it was my friend Jane just saying, you know what, Lyllian, we can use this to do something bigger. The light went on. So I don't know if there's anyone on this call and you're like, oh, I'm just kind of like a client. I just want to look fit. I just want to get rid of this pudge, or I like those men looking good in suits. Hang around long enough and that light is going to go on. And before you know it, you're a business builder. So some of the things that have been happening in our team are pretty much based on the basics, right? It's not like we're doing anything special. I'm just going to talk for a few minutes about the basics. You guys know them. What are the 3 basics? Use, wear, talk. Simple. So I was using the products to get rid of my belly fat. I'd used them for several months, right? Whenever something in your business is not going the way you think it should be, you don't even have to overthink it and think, oh man, maybe the business is saturated. Oh man, people just have a negative. No, go back to the basics. And that's what I had to do for myself. In fact, I don't know if any of you can relate to this. There was a time I was feeling overwhelmed, trying to balance my work as a nurse in the ICU, my fashion accessory business, Coco Vogue, and Herbalife. I was running around trying to get it all done, you know? And one day I felt so overwhelmed that I just canceled the meetings that I had. I had a meeting with my friend Jane and Evie. We were supposed to get together to game plan, and I said, no, I can't do it. Let me just back up, because my emotions were telling me I'm getting overwhelmed. And this one thing about emotions, you know, sometimes it's hard to figure out what you're thinking, but it's very easy to know what you're feeling, right? Sometimes you can't quite get your thoughts together, but when you're feeling angry, you know you're angry. When you're feeling overwhelmed, you know. So your feelings will be your guide. So I listened to my feelings and I took a step back. Maybe you've heard the saying, sometimes you got to slow down to speed up. I had to slow down, take a step back and ask myself, what am I really trying to do with all this Herbalife, with Coco? What is it that I'm trying to do? Because how is it that what started as a passion has now turned into a source of stress? How is it that I'm out here trying to help people with their health, and instead I'm stressed out about it? So something had to change up here. And in order for me to do that, I had to take a step back. Took some time, just didn't do my will-do list that day. It was a won't-do list that day, okay? I had to take a step back. And I came to realize that I had to hone in on my why. Why am I doing all this? And when I came to realize that really my passion is to help people stand out, whether it's by putting them in fashion accessories or helping them lose weight or build muscle or get to the best version of themselves, that's what did it for me. I was able to incorporate all this into who I am. It wasn't what I was doing anymore, it became who I am. So I go out, I have a shake in my hand. I have Coco Vogue earrings. It's all incorporated. So let us find our whys, especially if we're feeling overwhelmed. Go back to the basics. Find out your why. Once you've managed to figure out why you're doing it, okay, let's talk about the basics. Use, wear, talk. Use. Are you using your products? Are you enjoying them? Are you getting the results? Because what attracts people is results. You hear, you can have either excuses or you can have results, but excuses don't count. We only count results, right? So if you're using a product, make sure you're getting a result. If you're using something for energy, make sure that you're energetic and that your presence is energetic. If you're using something to build muscle, we got to see that muscle, y'all. Otherwise, how are you going to share and say, oh, this is for building muscle? It's like, are you using it? Yeah. Where's your muscle? Okay. If you're using something for digestion, let's not hear about any digestive problems from you, okay? So use. And one of the ways that I used was to start a challenge to help other people use the products. And that's one of the creative ways that you can help other people use products too. So I think that's plenty on use. Next, wear. Wear. Anna LaBelle is so good at wearing. I mean, her gym clothes, do you guys see her on Facebook? Do you even see her? Man, my sponsor looks good, okay? Okay? So make sure that you're wearing it proudly. Can you imagine if you were the designer of a clothing line? How would you want people who wore your clothing line to carry themselves? Okay? You know, with my fashion accessories, I'm looking for people to model them. There's a certain look and a certain energy that I'm going for. Now, Herbalife is a successful company. If we're gonna put on a logo that says Herbalife, there's a certain way that they want to be represented. So when you're wearing that logo, make sure that you're representing Herbalife the way you would want someone to represent your clothing line, right? Wear it proud, okay? Some of us work in jobs where we cannot wear the button or we cannot wear clothes with a logo. This is a different way that I wear it, you know? I go in the cafeteria, I make sure even if I have my own food, I go to the cafeteria, sit where there are a lot of people and place this thing right in the middle and sip on it as everybody's passing by so that they can say, ooh, that's a monster bottle. I'm like, yeah, it really helps me stay with my goal, right? Do you know at our job right now, Jane and I have managed to sell so many of these that we have to start printing names for people so people don't confuse who it belongs to, okay? And so that's one way that you can wear it. This, if you are drinking your tea, don't just put it in some cup and drink it. Take that tea and put it right in the middle of the table where everyone is having lunch. You know, one day I went ahead and made a pitcher. I was gonna say jug. We call it jug in Africa, right? A jug of aloe and lift off, and I put a note in the break room. Everybody who is used to drinking coffee, please try some of this instead. Skip the coffee and drink the lift off. That's one way you can wear it. I know it's not really wearing it on your body, but that's one way you can wear it. Now, when we talk about wearing, the one aspect of wearing that I haven't thought about is how do we wear Herbalife in our minds, right? So many times we think wearing is the clothing or the object that we're using, but how do you wear Herbalife in your mind? When you think Herbalife, what kind of emotions do you trigger inside? Because the way you're wearing it in your mind is the way it's going to be transmitted to others. In the beginning, when I thought Herbalife, I kind of thought, okay, some people will say pyramid, or another stress for me maybe to try and help people's life. I mean, another way to money. Maybe you're just wearing it as a way to make money, and that's what transmitted. When I spoke to people about it, that's what came out. Because in my mind, I was wearing emotions about Herbalife that were not positive. Now, when I made the shift and realized, oh my goodness, this is the #1 nutrition company in the world. This company has been around for 34 years in over 90 countries. Because of this company, lives are being changed. I saw how Garen would show the video of that little boy who was saying Herbalife allows his mom to stay home. Man, I'm not even an emotional person, but even I had some tears. Okay, Evie and Anna, I know I'm not a crier, but that got me, okay? That got me. And so I started to wear Herbalife in my mind as a life-changing opportunity for people who need to lose weight, gain muscle. And when I started wearing it like that in my mind, people started seeing that, okay? Because that affected my belief. Now, the way you believe, we're gonna go into the third basic. So use, wear, what's the third one? Talk. The way we believe ends up affecting how we talk, okay? There is something amazing about we human beings. We are so interconnected that when someone is talking to you in a way that they don't believe, you can see right through them. I don't know what it is. I don't know what God has put within us. I call it intuition. When someone is faking it till they make it, you can tell. Am I right? You can tell. So when I work in a profession where I talk to people all the time, so I kind of know how to say the right things. But when the belief wasn't there, even the right things that I was saying were not working. But when I made that shift, wearing it differently, my talk started to change. And I noticed people were saying, man, I love your positivity. I love your energy. I love, what was it a result of? It was a result of belief. When I met Anna, one of the questions she asked me that really brought me to think about myself, you know, because it's very important for you to think about yourself. She asked me, what is it you're afraid of? And I thought, but I didn't even have to think long. And I realized that I told her, I'm afraid of being mediocre, right? Afraid of being mediocre. Because I know deep down that I and you were put on this earth so that other people can experience our greatness, okay? Herbalife just becomes one of those vehicles where people can experience our greatness. There are many other vehicles, okay? But I'm grateful for this one. And this is the vehicle that we are finding ourselves in. So when we start entertaining that kind of thinking, our talk changes. I noticed that whereas I was chasing after people, those people now started to chase after me. When I started envisioning, Zach says my team name should be Team Envision. Thanks to my friend Jane, who is just making things happen. For a while, our team was called Team #No Excuses, because she's the kind of person, no excuse, right? But back to Envision, Team Envision. When I was envisioning a team, envisioning lives changed, envisioning someone coming to me, you know, saying, you know what, Lyllian, before you, I struggled to lose this weight, but after you, now I see change, I see hope. Next morning, I woke up and my phone had about 5 messages of people asking me about Herbalife, about fitness. So before, I was chasing after people, managing people. You know, my friend Jane, I have to credit her for a lot of things because we bounce ideas off of each other. And we were talking and she says, you know what? You can't manage people. You have to inspire them, okay? Managing people is trying to create an environment of competition, to create an environment where it's like, okay, what have you done this month? What are you doing? What are you people doing? You know, I'm like, come on, you got to get yourself together. That's what I was doing. And that's what I was doing to my team. That's what I was doing even to my best friend, Evie, without knowing it, managing. And instead, I had to learn to turn around to inspire. How do you inspire? You inspire by being what you say you believe in. You don't have to speak because your actions and belief will speak for itself. Talk about the excitement. Talk about the positivity. Really, guys, Sharif, I'm so grateful for this opportunity because I don't feel like I've done anything special, you know. The only thing that I've done is that I've believed. I've believed in myself, okay? One of the questions that I think is very important for us to ask ourselves is, what do you say about yourself to yourself, okay? In this talk, I started off and gave an introduction about myself. I was sharing about me to you. The question is, what do I share about me to myself? Because I'm the person that I have to live with. I'm the person I have to sleep with. I'm the person that I see in the mirror every day. So what am I saying about myself? Because I can't hide. I can't fake it to myself. I already know when I'm just like, yeah, we're going to say we're drinking this, but we just filled it right now. We haven't been drinking it all day. You know, you can't hide from yourself. So what is it that you are saying to you about you? I am saying I'm a winner. You're a winner. I am confident. You are confident. I am rising above. You all are rising above. I am shining. You are shining. I've been saying this since January. I am the real thing. You are the real thing. What are you saying to yourself about yourself? I'm not going to take too much time. I think you guys kind of got a gist of what we've been doing. Maybe I can share just one more tip when it comes to the talking. One of the things that our team has been using is what I call scripting, okay? You guys, we all have different professions, but in my job as a nurse, we have certain scripts that we use for customer service. And Those scripts pretty much provide a guide for you to follow. You don't want to read the script word for word because you're going to sound like a robot, but you learn the script for keywords and then you personalize it to yourself. So one of the things that Jane and I have spent a lot of time on is developing scripts, okay? Depending on what situation you have, what are you going to say to this kind of client? What are you going to say for that to that kind of client? Let me give you an example. Can I jump in and help? That's a script. That's our shortest one. Can I jump in and help? You have someone who is talking about, oh my goodness, I've been gaining so much weight and I just don't know what to do. I've tried this, I've tried that. You know, before we had that script, I would kind of go into sales mode and say things like, oh, you know, sorry to hear that you're struggling with that. You know, I'm actually a fitness coach and I can talk to you about, oh my goodness, it sounds painful even saying it now, you know. When I made the shift to use that script, now after someone talks about it, I'll be like, oh, I listen first to understand, right? Listen to understand, not to reply, listen. And once you listen, you're like, I see you've been struggling with this weight. Can I jump in and help? Okay, short, sweet. And already it allows you to screen out people who are looking for your help versus those who are just venting, right? And most people, when I say, can I jump in and help? They're like, of course, you have a way to help me? Some people are like, no, I'm not really ready. But at least that line, can I jump in and help, separates to show you who's just venting or who is really looking for help. Okay, another line, I'll just share one more before I pass it back to Sharif. Another script line, and we have a whole bank of these because some people don't know how to talk to people. And when you're talking to someone and your mind is busy thinking up a response, you're not present. And then that person can tell that you're not present. So at least if you have a bank of scripted responses that you can apply to different situations, it makes your life easier until you become a natural, right? So another script that we use is, it takes support. Someone is sharing about, okay, wanting a six-pack or whatever it is they want. And this is what we tell them. Okay, all right, thanks for sharing your goals. You know, this is what you're telling me to do is not easy. Here's the script. It takes support and commitment. I can provide the support. The question is, can you bring the commitment? That's another scripted sentence that we use, okay? It takes support and commitment. I can provide the support. I've had some success with a lot of people. The question is, can you provide the commitment? Now, what I've noticed is by using these scripts, it allows us to screen the commitment level of the people we're dealing with. Because sometimes I was making sales, and in the beginning I was focused on the sale. I'm like, okay, the person bought the product, but then those people were not following through. I was asking them to send pictures of their food, to send their weight, they're not following through. But if from the very beginning, the standard is set, are you ready to bring the commitment? People go into it knowing, okay, this is no joke. You're gonna give me support, but I'm gonna have to be committed. Because if we take people who are not committed, yes, we try to help everyone, but if we take people who are not committed, we really risk our reputation, okay? Because I heard this, was this on a Les Brown talk? When you, or a Miles Monroe talk, when you buy a gadget, right? The very first thing you open up is the user manual. What the user manual is saying is, if you operate this gadget based on everything we've told you here, then we guarantee that this gadget will do this, this, and this. If you operate based on the user manual and this thing falls apart, send it back to us and we'll give you your money back. But if you do something that's not in the user manual, you plug it in the power outlets of Africa that are a different voltage than the American power outlets and you blow it up, you're not gonna get your money back. So what those companies have on the line is their reputations, right? When you call them, if you used it correctly and it didn't work, they are ready to refund your money because they don't want you to go out and say, oh, Samsung stuff doesn't work or their gadgets are useless. That's the way we are. Our reputations are on the line. So if we work with people who are just dilly-dallying and not ready to commit, they're going to go and say, oh, I worked with Lyllian and I didn't get the results, right? They're not going to say that they didn't follow the steps. So our reputation is on the line. And that's why these scripts allow us to screen who to work with and how to work with them. So what are the basics? Use, right? Wear, remember how you're wearing it in your mind because that affects your belief, and talk. Talk, 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 talk. Don't stop talking. Don't let anybody shut you up, because why? You're a winner. You are rising above. You're shining. You're the real thing, and you're envisioning what you want. This is our time now, guys. Let's get it. Woo!
I am so like, bravo, bravo. Man, you killed it. I'm getting chills right here. I feel like I'm on an LDW, some kind of a freaking mega training. Yo, I got a whole bunch of notes, man. This is just incredible. Wow. Now, talking about massive action, yo, you and Jane have people put freaking their names on the bottle. I mean, that's crazy. That is like literally domination. That's the whole term of domination. You guys completely locked it down, because this product, this is a bottle. This is like accessories. This is things that members actually use, and you guys are being able to have get clients and stuff. Like, love it. This is just so much very rich information. You have no idea. You really like covered so much. I'm like, my mind is like blown away now, because you literally touch upon like massive advanced training. When you talked about script, there is indeed training that talk about your 15 seconds or 1 minute story, elevator story. Like, those are literally scripts that you can deliver something based on the opportunity and how much time you have with that person, that impression you leave. So you literally just, snap it right there. And, the whole like use, where, talk, being able to just master the basics. I mean, you covered a whole lot. Like, that's like massive. So thank you so much. That's just literally like, it makes sense to see that you guys are really making powerful moves. And you mentioned something that I never even really realized. You literally opened my eyes into the fact that some people, they just haven't envisioned their own teams yet. I remember I named my team before I was a supervisor. I had a team name. And it's like, I remember that clearly. And that's like when it went on to eventually become Team Diamond. And it was clear, because you must envision the people that are going to ride with you. Whether they're there or not, it don't matter. Whether they say yes or not, it don't matter. And that is something massive. And a lot of time people don't talk about it in training, when it's in fact very important, because we clearly can't make it all the way up there by ourselves. We can go to world team by ourselves, but it's crucial that we build a team of leaders that is going to also take on the baton or whatever, and keep on going. So I'm very, very, very like fired up. Thank you so much. You touched me, and I'm sure you touched all. I saw the reaction of everybody while you were talking. They were like, so it's really good. And you guys are beasts. It makes sense, And I'm sure like Anna is so proud. Look at her over there laughing. All this. You see, Anna. You see what you did? How did you bring this beast? She's on mute. Unmute yourself. What do you have to say, Anna?
I'm so proud. I'm so proud right now. I'm over here like cheesing, taking notes. I'm just like, wow. It's unbelievable to just see like because Lyllian is so coachable. It's amazing. And to have someone that's just willing to learn, to be able to like, okay, to just take action and go with it, it's beautiful. I'm so grateful. And I want to hear from Jane. She's on the line. I want her to speak on also.
Woo!
Go ahead, Jane.
Jane, come on.
Where's she at?
Hi, Jane. It's Jane.
There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Jen, we can hear you.
Yes.
Go for it.
Yeah, sorry. I was asleep at work last night. Lyllian, you rock it. I was sitting down here and looking at you, listening at you, and I say, girl, you got it all down. Just the way we envision and we continue to envision. I really thank the team for the opportunity, because we are sitting down eager. Every day we are taking hours on the phone. Any minute we have, we're on the phone thinking about something. Every time we get a client, we go over how did we get that client. We have a client that says something. Sometimes we wait and then say, okay, before I respond, let me check with Lyllian. What would you say? How can we go about this client? So we look on the needs and we evaluate the clients before we actually speak to them. We don't jump to it really quick. We just look and say, okay, this client is talking about losing weight. Okay. Is it the only thing they want? Are they able to do it? What if they say they don't want to have a life? How can we help this client? How can we get there? So it's really all been about thinking, writing, thinking, writing. So if we get somewhere, we're like, where's Anna? Well, what would you do? So we've been collaborating a lot. And I think that has given us a big, big strength between each other on how to do. And positive attitude, guys, like positive attitude, commitment, those two things go together. You cannot slug your shoulder and expect you're going to commit on anything. It does not work that way. So we have been really collaborating and doing just that. A minute we think about how this client is joining, we actually go about joining. We think this client is going to buy product first, then join later, we go that way. So we kind of evaluate a little bit and look to see how things are. And I don't want to take your time because Lyllian nailed it and talked pretty much everything, unless if somebody has a question. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. It was great to hear from you as well, Jen. Obviously, this is like you guys are the clear example of the power of teamwork. You know what I'm saying? The power of duplication, the power of envisioning those leaders that are going to ride by you, that are going to give you the kind of support that you can't even you don't know how much they're going to support you when they actually come embodied. So the whole notion of envisioning is something that is so powerful. And I really want to touch upon like how it correlates with what the first video that I watched on one of my first STS. They put a video of Abraham Hicks and what she was talking about belief. And what is a belief? And she was talking about the fact that a belief is a thing you keep on thinking until you believe it. A belief is nothing but a thought you keep on thinking. You keep on thinking a thought long enough, you start to believe it. So be careful and be very mindful of your self-thoughts and your self-way that you talk about yourself or you think about yourself. Or if someone in your life, whether you are younger or in real life right now, if they're not empowering you every day, if they're not building your self-talk, if they're not making you feel like a queen, like a king, if they're not making you feel like you're ready, you can go out there and dominate the world, make sure you do that to yourself. Because indeed, a belief is only a thought you keep on thinking. I used to think, I'm going to tell you the truth. I used to think like, how am I going to do this? I need a team that understands what we're going through, that will go with me, but apparently it's not happening. And then I started to put my own limitation based on my experience. I used to say, where are the Senegalese people? I'm over here night and day. They're all over America and Europe. Instead of coming and join me, a lot of time they're not around. So I used to start thinking all of those thoughts. And the more I started thinking that, it would only block me and add to the limitations. Then I said, you know what? Never mind. I took off that jacket, I threw it away. I just opened up myself to Africa, to the world. And I started believing in having a massive team that's going to be America, Europe, Africa, everything. And the more I started doing that, every time the little negative thoughts started to come, I would push them away and start believing that it's going to happen. I stopped to believe in the reality of what I would see on my BizWorks based on the previous months. I used to see numbers on different names next to it, and I'm like, well, I guess they can't do this. Are they not capable? Are they not having this? And I'm here spreading away my power. By spreading away my power, I mean I'm over here blaming other human beings for the success of my own enterprise. This is me being the CEO of my vision. And every single one of you, I'm telling you, this is not my team. This is all of our team. But I'm telling you the self-talk that you need to start at this level, whether you have one person in your lineage, one downline, or many, just start looking very far and take full charge of everything that happens within your organization. Because the more you say, oh, such and such is not doing this, such and such is not catching up on her plan, such and such has not ordered yet, she has not reordered. The more you do that, you are spreading away your power, because you are making it seem like because of them, you're not where you want to be. Yo, we are all collectively witnessing a shift that happened about a few months ago. I promise you, last month to the month before, we went up over 34,000 volume points from one month to the next. And I'm giving you guys major round of applause, because when the energy went out there like a bullet, sonic boom, a lot of people caught it. And those who caught it went on as well to just create their own. When it says independent distributor, that is exactly what it is. We are all independent human beings that are taking 100% charge of our organization and zero excuses. It is that simple. Imagine today, every single member here increasing their belief, taking on 100% of everything that we used to spread through members and clients that say no, this and that. Zach and I, it's been about maybe over a year. We do not even talk about no's or negativities or not. We just act like it doesn't even exist. And guess what? It's been incredible, because it just makes us go forward. What point it is to sit in front of a zero and try to describe how much it's a zero, measure it as much as zero it is, like see how much it looks like, take a picture of it, it's no point. I'm sorry. There's no point. A zero is a zero. It looks round or oval or whatever. Done deal. Zero. We go and we move forward. And we start to just elevate the way we think and start to just push up that visioning. And then when Lyllian said it a couple of times, it really just like hit home, because I wanted to hear her perspective of that envisioning that is exactly in the same realm where we are talking about belief. A belief is a thought we keep on thinking. Make your mind and your thoughts very positive. Make sure from the morning you wake up, you control the spirit of your day. You see, this business is very simple. It's not easy, but it's very simple. And when we say 100% mindset, it is really that important, because you cannot achieve anything if you are not by yourself. Standing strong, understand that you can go out there and dominate. We use that word dominate from 10X, from Grant Cardone. Yo, that is the reality. We don't compete. In your mind, don't compete. Grant Cardone says competition is for sissies. We don't compete. We dominate. We come into a place. No, there's no space. We take everything. In all due respect and love and appreciation, we are going to take everything. We are massively incredible like that. Yo, I'm getting carried away. You already know me. I talk a lot. But this is the thing though. It's all a vibe. We are a family. We are dope as individuals. All right? Individuals. We are literally slamming towards the president's team. And I promise you, my level of belief grew so much over the past few months. It's because now I'm visually seeing the people that I've been envisioning. Like, you know how it feels that every single one of you speak? It literally gives me chills. Because y'all did not exist, man. I'm sorry, but you did not exist. And now I'm seeing you. You see, that's why people start thinking that we're in some kind of cult or something bizarre, because it's real. It's amazing. And these numbers represent a whole lot of people getting healthier. How do you think it feels to look at Aisha, right, with the same shirt, looking all incredible? How did it feel to see, like, like Eve and just, becoming like skinny face more and more every day. It's like crazy. And this is exactly what we're doing. This is what we've been like planning. It's like you have a drawing of some very nice high level like skyscrapers. It was only in pictures. And now the more you look at it, it's just keep on going towards the sky. It just keeps going towards the sky. And it's like, trust me, at this point, think about it. Think about you thinking about how at that level. Now I want you to listen to me very carefully because I want you to understand. Think about how it feels from one moment where you're worrying about a downline that is not creating the volume to the point where now you're looking at a new downline from your second, third, or wherever that is doing so much massive volume that has absolutely nothing to do with me. I'm sitting here and there's a downline in Canada or in North California or wherever doing massive volume that I'm looking, the numbers go up and I have absolutely nothing to do with it. That is the contrast between worrying about something firsthand right there, and you worry and you put negative energy, and just relaxing and knowing that as long as you keep on putting the work and you do the same thing one day in, day out, and you keep on staying consistent, it will be only a matter of time before you have this explosion of incredible leaders popping up like poop, poop, poop in different levels. That is what is incredible. So I'm so grateful, guys. I mean, it's, of course, about a week to go, about 8 or 9 days, okay? If we're going to go talk about the statistics, yes, indeed, thank God, Almighty God, we are ahead of where we were last month. So without, it would take a catastrophe for us not to go and smash this male team. And we're not thinking catastrophe. We're going to go over 100,000 because right now I just calculated earlier my points and the points of the team. We're like right at 60,000 volume points pretty much. So this is like incredible. And we have another 10 days to go, Diamonds. We are going to go way past 100. We ended at 96,000 last month. All of y'all and my numbers, 96,000. You know, the month before that, we ended about 57,000 plus my little numbers. So we went a massive jump. What has changed? This is the same people. It's just the level of belief and the energy starts to spread more. So I say, let's do this, guys, like lock arms, just unleash the subconscious mind by believing that we are capable. One of my incredible sister member just jumped back in today. Out of nowhere, a 400 something volume points that came out of nowhere. Guys, if I tell you the power of belief, the power of attraction, the power of envisioning things, you are tapping into things which you have no control of. When you're put in a platform like this, and I promise you, Lyllian can probably testify later, when you're put into a platform like this, you start to actually feel a higher being within yourself. It pulls you. And that being is what makes the difference between a regular human being, an average human being, and an incredible human being. Are we in this world just to make our little mark? We're just going to be extras here? Or are we going to make the A-list actors? Are we going to make a legacy? Are we going to make a mark? Are we going to dent this world? Are we going to do something that's going to be for our kids and our kids and our kids? Or are we just going to pass on by and just make a little minimum like, hey, hi, and then people forget? No. I said no. We are diamonds. We're going to shine. We're going to make an impact wherever we go. Because that's God that selected us like this. And I'm happy. I have Zach. There's a lot of girls. This is not like girls only club. I have a man. I need more. Let's get more guys. Go out and get more guys. I'm tired of this guy right here. I need more. But I love him. Just FYI. I'm excited, man. It's the end of the month. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm so confident about y'all. I don't need to be going too deep into the numbers. All I say is be clear about the basic cuts We are on a record-breaking number of cuts. We already passed over 10 cuts already of 2,500. That's never been seen before, about 10 days into the month. And not only that, the good news is that there's a lot of 17, 1800s, 2000s, which means that by all means, they're gonna go over, God willing. So we're about to smash a record of cuts, 2,500, and I'm already congratulating you because every day I'm seeing your numbers getting closer, like Aisha, like all of you. I'm not gonna name anybody, but I know it's amazing. I see you, Sade, all right? All of you are just going, but I'm telling you this, keep on believing. We are creating a whole new breed of leaders, and the people are gonna wonder, like, where them diamonds come from? Where's their nutrition club? Who's training them? Like, what's going on? No, God is giving this amazing energy that is sprinkling down all of you guys, and you're gonna shine. They said there's power in words. But guess what? Diamond is expensive. Diamond is not for everyone. You have to earn it big time. And you're going to shine. But remember this, a diamond shines, but it just reflects lights. It does shine by the reflection of lights. So get those members. They will make you shine. Those lights are what's going to make you shine. Do put that love and that energy into your people. Love your organization, even if some of them are tripping, still love them for whoever they are. Meet them wherever they are. You see, Zach Feet, I just want to put him on the boat sometime and ship him back to Africa. But I have to love him for who he is, you know? I always try to vote so that you guys can vote him out, but you guys are not voting. Eventually, we'll figure it out. This is just an example, guys. Don't. How you got a different hat? Don't touch my hats, man. I have a hat for every day of the month, by the way. Do not touch my hats. All right, so.
You send me to Africa, Aisha gonna marry me and bring me back here.
Listen. Keep on dreaming. No, but like seriously, guys, it's so much more about energy than anything else. All right, love, energy, and the powerful desire to spread the blessing that God has bestowed upon us. And the more we do so, it is just gonna transpire into more and more people. All right, the basics, obviously, they are all on myherbalife.com. I wish we could have that kind of call where it would be really training call for, but at this level, guys, we are like, this is low-key the mastermind of this organization. There's a lot of people in, but the mastermind is standing strong. And those who are riding in this spaceship that is going at such a high velocity, you guys just stay in. I don't know what to say. At this level, guys, it feels so good. We are going through the millionaire team cuts. The green leaf, I mean, I had it on my phone for so long, and it's like now, it's like crazy that we are literally about to go through this. Every day I open my phone, that's the screen picture on my phone, on my iPhone. I don't know how to use this. Okay, so basically whenever I turn on my phone, that's what I see. All right, that's basically the millionaire team leaf, which is the green one. And it's been like a dream, okay? And now we are halfway through. God willing, in the next 30 days, mark my word, today is the 22nd. By the next 30 days, God willing, we'll have this wrapped up, yo. Because y'all are incredible. Y'all are just proliferating or just multiplying or just growing at such a rapid pace. And God Almighty bless us. I don't want to, jinx us. I praise God to just keep on blessing us and putting his hand over this organization and keep on just inspiring us, okay? Because we are helping human beings. There is no more noble cause than to help human beings. For the past 3.5 years, I've seen doctors who said that they thought they were helping people, but this is helping people at a whole different level. We are giving people the tools. I see Aja running at the beach now, back and forth, not even like, tired. This don't make sense. This woman was not running, guys, a couple of years ago. She'll be like, hey, no, and just give me a whole kind of bunch of things. Like, I'm her coach, but she kind of like would run the show. Like, I'm like, yo, am I the coach or are you the coach? She'd get angry. She'd get mad. All of that stuff, I had to deal with it. You know, she's an amazing woman. I'm not going to talk about her. She's just, okay. But she became such a beast that y'all, thank God, man. This is to tell you what's possible. She was not doing push-ups in the beginning. Now she does. A lot of things, I've seen it happen as a transformation on a human being. And the other day, it just kind of hit us like, look, it's been about 3 years we're doing this lifestyle. Like, imagine if we were not doing this. Like, what could have happened? I don't know. God Almighty knows. But my health, as far as I'm concerned, I was already at 30 pounds overweight, okay? Didn't really realize that. I wasn't as active. My energy was lower, and it was 3 years ago. What if I was continuing to add years and gravity and just stress of life and doing something else that I was doing that was not showing to be this successful as of right now? Thank God. What would have happened then? How do you think it feels to know that you have people that you're putting a little money in their pockets? And some of them, it's not little money anymore. We got some people who are getting a little more. I'm not going to call no names, but we got some serious checks and stuff that's generating in this organization right now. And I praise God because they're all going to multiply. Jump on board and start envisioning, start believing, start closing your eyes and understand that there's a massive team out there that is waiting for you. Grant Cardone kind of specified different people and their level of action. He said that there's a level of people who basically, number one level is the do nothing people. There's no much going on. They just level of action is doing nothing at all. There's another level, and it calls them the people who retreat. Basically, when they can't take the heat in the kitchen, they'll retreat. It's okay. And there's another level of people who do things just to get by at a normal level of action. And there's another fourth category of people who decided to do whatever they do at a massive level of action. Now, from Grant Cardone, because I heard it so many times that I realized what it means. He says that most people utilize all of these levels of action in different things that they do. I'm going to tell you this thing, okay? A little bit of a difference that I want us to talk about quickly. Garen Jones always says, the way you do anything is the way you do everything, okay? The way you do anything is the way you do everything. But Grant Cardone said that people will do some things at a massive level of action and do other things at a no level of action, or do some things at a normal level of action, or completely retreat from certain things. I say, let us be clear about the things which we are using at different levels of action and see how we can master that so that we can get our business up. Because we know that. We know we need to realize at what level of action we are attacking this business thing. At what level of action we are attacking our nutrition club. Our nutrition plan. The things that we want to accomplish with our body. The goals. Let's see how we are attacking every single one of those. How we are attacking learning. How we are attacking spending time with family. What level of action are we putting into all of that? Because generally speaking, that's what will create our vibration to be at a stable level. And when the vibration is at a stable level, it becomes more of a fertile ground for growth. I don't care what it is. When something starts to stress you out, it will generally affect your general level of progress or level of feeling successful, period. So the understanding of your vibration, and I would suggest Abraham Hicks, for those who do not know, Abraham Hicks. I will try to write it down, but make sure you listen to Abraham Hicks, because she really touched upon the vortex, the vibration from within, and making sure that you stay in a very positive vibration, because that's from there that a lot of things do happen. So she really specializes on the vibration from within, the vortex. So Abraham Hicks, make sure you look her up. But here's the deal. If you can manage to know your different level of actions in which you are attacking something, you will be more like you'll be ahead of the game, basically. Some people don't know what to do about social media. Some of the things everybody said that it works, but they don't know how to do it. They'll just pretty much retreat from that. And they say, I don't do that, because it's like you retreat. Don't retreat. when something has been proven to be successful on other people, just give it a chance and see what it's gonna do. Because right now we are consciously moving, guys. We are consciously growing, and I'm so fired up. And I'm telling you, this is literally like in my head, my general way of thinking and my general way of doing things. And I'm telling you guys, Garen Jones is my upline, and this dude operates at this kind of level even higher. I mean, he called me earlier. He was in the Netherlands. He was in his room. He FaceTimed me, and he calls me all the time, checking in, you know, and asking me and just saying how you doing. The first thing he asked me is like, how you doing? How's your vibration? Like how you feel, basically. Because if you can gauge your general state of being, if you can gauge your vortex and make it to be, you set it to be at a very positive receiving, let me use that word, receiving vortex, you will be more likely to get more and more and more. Because God said that if you're grateful, I will increase you. It's in my code, and I'm sure it's in your creed. In any creed, God likes gratitude, and if you're grateful, he will give you more. So when you keep in your heart a level of gratitude which makes you feel happy and receiving, okay, no matter what you're going through. I'm not telling you guys that we robots and we don't feel. No. Blows happen. Life happens. You get a phone call that can mess up your whole day. You get somebody that just jacks up your whole day. Those things are part of life. I'm not saying that it's never going to happen, but it's when it happens to you, how are you still standing strong? How are you still going to endure? How are you still going to tackle life no matter what? Yo, diamonds, they get cuts. And the cuts makes them shine more. So as a diamond, you have to be ready to receive cuts. Otherwise, you're going to be the kind of diamond they just found. Who want to be that kind of diamond? Raise your hand if you want to be that good diamond they just found. I don't think there's any shining on that one. The one that gets the shine is the one that gets cuts. The more they cut it, the more it just, you know, and it becomes nice and clear and all that stuff. We're talking high carats here, guys. All right, so that's it. So I'm gonna open it up for questions. Okay, it's about 8:06. That's 1 hour. So we're gonna open it for another couple of minutes. Whoever has to go, I do respect you have to go. My apologies, but this is the last drive. I think we have one more call before the end of the month, which is gonna be a celebration call, God willing, because it's almost done. But I want to open it up for questions. Just unmute yourself and ask a question if you want, or ask, you know, if you want to add something. Absolutely, do so. And again, yeah, I'm just so excited. So there, anybody, just go ahead and say something. Beautiful. It's a record Zoom call, by the way. It's a lot of people today. Thank God. I'm very grateful.
Hey,
Yes.
everybody. Felicia over here. I just wanted to ask Lyllian a question about her massive sign up for people. Somebody told me you guys got some crazy numbers going on, and I need to know how you got that 35 going on for these new senior consultants. Maybe Jane can help you.
Okay, Jane, are you still on the call? Can you unmute yourself? Do I see her?
Yes. I just unmute myself.
All right, can you take that question, please?
Yes, I can. So the way I actually get people to sign up is the way I try to. Most of the people that I got them to sign up, they already use the product. So first I sell it to them. You know, once they buy the product, they use it, they like it. Then the next time they want to order, that's when I talk about how can they get their product cheaper. And when I do that, I'm not desperate. So I give them two choices. I say, I can make money and buy it for you right now, or you can go ahead, sign up, get the discount. Either way, I get to win. So which one would you like? Oh, I don't have time. And I say, well, it doesn't take too long. Are you on Facebook right now? Yes. How long do you spend in the Facebook? Then they say, whatever it is that they spend. I say, then give me 10 minutes, 15 minutes for that. Then you can sign up. So you find out that people sign up quickly. And if, you know, sometimes I arrange the time they sign up where I'm available. And then when they have questions during sign up, then I can actually answer them for them. And then they sign up from there. Then I start teaching them how to order their product in a cheaper way.
Wow, that's definitely powerful.
Yeah. That's awesome, Jane. And if I can add to that, something that Jane did too that was really powerful is actually bringing someone to your laptop, logging into the site, putting in their order, and saying, okay, that's your total. So if you want to buy it from me for this price, you can. Or you can get your own membership and buy it for this price. And then what that does too is they see you're 50% off as a supervisor, and that starts to plant the business side in them.
Powerful.
So that was a good technique that Jane used, and it worked. They're like, who wants to pay more money, man? Everybody wants to save money. So yeah, Jane is signed up like seven, 8 members now. It's crazy. It's crazy. But the 35% off when you set up the HAP orders that have a delivery date twice a month, I think the 11th and the 18th, immediately when you set that up, they go up to 35% as senior consultants. So Jane also shared with me of how you have the 2 memberships, the $70-some and the $100-some. So at first we were promoting the $70-some, but then the $100-some one is better because they're getting products. So we tell them you don't even promote the one that's $70-some. You promote the other one and tell them instead of getting samples, you're gonna get your product. Pretty much you're getting your membership within your products. It's like the membership is free. So what we're saying is, you can either buy it from us for full price, or you can get a 25 to 35% discount. If you sign up membership, immediately you get 25% discount. If you set up your order to be delivered automatically, we're gonna show you how, you get 35%. Who doesn't want 35%? Yeah. Does that answer your question, Miss Lee Shabu?
You guys said delivered automatically to set it up that way? Because when I put in someone's order, they'll PayPal me and they'll tell me, I want this. I'll set it up. I'll give it to them. This is HMP. Oh, this is just for HMP? Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you're talking about when you order for them. No, they have to have their own membership.
No, it's fine. I'm sorry, you kind of cut off.
So the client now has to be a member. So they have to go through the membership process. So filling in the information and becoming a member. And once they have membership, then they, under their own ID, set up the automatic delivery. And you can help them do that. Then they get 35% senior consultant automatically. Does that make sense?
So let me ask you a question, because this is actually very interesting. When they set up for the next month's delivery, even though they not charged yet, is the system still records it at 35%? Is that it? Or do they have to pretty much get both months?
So I can answer that, Lyllian.
Go ahead.
So once you set up a HAP order, a minute you get to like 100 volume, that setup itself is 35% off. That setup itself is 35% off. So then it's already set up to be charged at 35% off. Then when the day comes, they charge it like 24 to 48 hours. Once they charge that card, that individual can buy 35% from there forward.
Wow.
They make them senior consultant right there. After they charge the card, they can continue to buy at 35%, so long as they had one order placed to come for the next month.
Oh, wow, that is great. So therefore, they do not have to actually take out the whole $500 or $400 that used to be at one point, right? At one portion.
No, they don't. They don't have to wait until they get 500 volume point to be a senior consultant to get a 35. So long as once they do first order, they get charged, they remain at 35% off throughout that time.
That is powerful, because I've been in this for 3.5 years, and you, Jen, are just now teaching me something. Now, how powerful is this? So that means we're about to just know how to get people on a 35 without having to break the bank. Jen, you are just incredible.
That's right.
No. For this one, I'm going to have to everybody for 1 second. We need a full-blown round of applause.
Let me tell you guys. Let me just tell you guys.
I've never heard anything like that, and you know, it's just like incredible. So it's just really like it's really powerful. So Jane, really like you know, like we're gonna need a full training on this, obviously, because I have no idea what you guys just talked about. But it's like it sounds powerful, but because I lost my French, I mean my English, because I'm so excited right now. Do you guys know I just got off the phone? Like, I mean, it's like so many people want it, and then sometimes it's just life that makes it that it's like they can't get it right there. But then if we can set up a situation where they know they're gonna get it in a couple of weeks, and now we are gonna get out of that kind of a problem that we used to be, because when the month is over, whatever they accumulated goes back to zero. So it's been this kind of like trying to catch a full 500 volume in 1 month for a member that doesn't necessarily have another client, okay? They just want to have the products for themselves. And not everybody can just go ahead and get 2 months of products. So we need to absolutely create an emergency training on this thing so that we can all just master this thing and then just go for it. I'm just like mind blown right now. I literally, this is gonna be our little diamond secret. No, it's not a secret. But we gotta master it first before even it gets out of here. Jane, I need to talk to you, Jane. What the hell? What the hell? Okay. All right, next.
Anytime.
Okay, I need training from you, okay? Listen, yesterday I was literally training yesterday over 200 people on a call like this. They invited me for the whole Oklahoma team for the HOM, so I was the guest speaker. All right, so I'm over here talking and just giving energy and just like sharing this power because people need this, guys. It doesn't happen overnight. Just FYI, guys. I'm not just born like this, and people who are fired up are not just fired up. They fired up because there's something within them that give them enough view, enough reason, enough proof to be like that. So then people will pay you actually to fly somewhere so you can sit on a stage and then people can catch from you and catch on the fire. Okay, all that said, I was talking to hundreds of people and I still didn't know this little detail. That is very massive. So I'm very grateful. And this is the type of things that comes in a training. You never know when you can come into a training and really take a piece of information that's going to change your whole business. 3.5 years, I've never heard this, guys. Never heard. And I heard it from a question. All right. If Lyllian did not ask that question, I probably wouldn't know still. So I'm going to tell you guys, this is the critical aspect. When you hear somebody say, ask a question, say something, participate, contribute, listen up, be part of it, be part of the movement. That's what it generates, guys. We are a team, man. This is crazy. Oh, woo! It's all good. God is great. I'm not going to get it. Okay, any other questions, guys? Sorry about that. I'm getting carried away.
Oh, mate, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Who's that? Zach, you have a question?
I wanted to like really give you a heads up and thumbs up on your delivery, on your leadership, on how you empower everything that you mentioned. And the one that really hit me was the commitments. There is a lot of team that are powerful team that are successful. They mentioned something about for agreement with a client. With a client and new members, they usually do a for agreement with them. It's not a for agreement of the book, but it's a for agreement of commitments that you have to agree to be accountable. We got to be accountable with one another. It's not just that the coach alone going to have to follow up, but you also have to be committed. And they set up a for agreement with those type of clients to make sure that they send the pictures on time, like on a weekly basis, and they follow up. Also, they don't only wait for the coach to follow up. So we make the client be accountable. And that is a very big piece of the follow-up side of it. And you touching on that was very powerful. And I wanted to let you know that there's a lot of powerful team and successful team that use that. And I'm actually going to dig more into that for agreement section and find out exactly what are those for agreements that they talk about when they do that. Thank you
Thank you
very
for
much.
sharing that, Zach.
Yeah.
It's really because we have a limited amount of time. We have a lot of people to help. So it's not that we don't want to help everyone, but certain people are not ready, and we need to give them time to be ready. So that screening their level of commitment, we haven't started writing it down, but we've had that verbal discussion, and then we can remind people. The one thing that we have written down is the plan. And actually, I handwrite it, you know, handwrite a plan, take a picture of it, and send it to them. And at the top of their plan, I write the person's name, Lyllian, Lyllian's goal, and why now. So in the consultation, I make sure I find out why Lyllian is trying to get a flat abs right now, you know, and I write that at the very top. And then I write their plan at the bottom. So anytime if there's issues with commitment, then you can remind the person, remember you said you have a vacation in Hawaii coming up and you really want to look good? And remember we talked about me being supportive, but bringing the commitment. So yeah, that's a good point, Zach. Just making sure that we're dealing with people who are committed.
Nice.
Now that's really dope. And of course you guys heard the famous saying of Jim Rohn when he says that there is definitely pennies in the sale and there's a fortune in the follow-ups. So it's really, really important. And I'm telling you guys this because I know myself, I kind of went through that because 3 years ago, they used to actually reward the top recruiter. Okay, so we used to do promotions of who gets the top, amount of new members and all that. So I used to be top recruiter. But here's what I used to do. I would recruit a whole lot of people and then will not really make a plan of trying to take care of all of them. So I kind of like would just leave them. I'm like, yo, you're an independent member. Go ahead and you got your My Herbalife. I'm kind of like, so what I became better was a better follower. I would be better in following up with them and better in giving them more of the thing. Jim Rohn says, look at your organization like a flower. Really take your time to grow it, to groom it. Make sure you give them water, you water it down, you just give them that support system as much as possible because that's what's going to be, usually that's what sets up, the fortune. And fortune means royalties, meaning you want all your clients to eventually become supervisors. And that whole notion of making an order, like Jane and Lyllian making an order right in front of them, I mean, talking about a mindset change, that is amazing because we usually don't even think about doing that because that side of your brain tells you, no, you don't want them to see the 50%. But indeed, they do have to see the 50% so that they can wake up because we can tell them the company doesn't want us to give away our discount, but this is what happens. If you're at 25%, this is what you pay. If you're at 30%, 35%, this is what you pay. If you're at 50%, this is what you pay. So this is what the company gives me. Like that's how they share with me the benefits. So the fact that you would show like the ordering process in front of a client, that is brilliant. That's to me like mind blowing. Talking about a shift. I'm about to start doing that. I'll have him even log on to my own account and see my whole volume and my BizWorks. No, I'm just kidding. But that's really, really inspiring to have that done. So definitely making some major changes tonight. So thank you so much, guys. That was my input.
I wanted to ask, was the call, hello?
Yes, go ahead.
I wanted to ask, was the call recorded at all?
Absolutely. Woo. It's like blinking, but guess what? It's the first time I'm doing this. So guys, please don't be mad at me if I don't know what I'm doing, but it's blinking. It says recording and it says stop recording at some point. So if I click stop recording, I think we got it. If it doesn't work, that means Zach messed it up. Okay. All right.
Okay, great. I just wanted to know so we can put on.
No, absolutely. I'm
Okay,
gonna make sure it's still recording right now. We're gonna figure it out, and as soon as it's available, I'll put it away. I'll give you guys the link. It will be probably YouTube. I'm gonna record it on YouTube or something and give you guys the link. So, man, this is incredible.
Yeah, history. Hey, man.
No, but let me just tell you one thing, okay? Let me just tell you quickly how the brain works. Do you guys hear me right here, sitting here, right? Let me tell you something. I want you to listen. About an hour ago, Lyllian started this talk. And did you guys know what she said? Did you guys hear her when she said that this is going to be the most incredible call that you ever had? Yo, she envisioned that. It was such a bold statement that even my heart, I'm like, I heard Mark Hattie, I heard like Enrique, I heard Karen Jones. This little girl right here talking about the most, this is my self-talk, right? I'm like, we'll see. She freaking delivered, Diamonds, massively. Again, congratulations. You and your ride-or-die chick right there, Miss Jane. Jane, I need to pick your brain as well. Don't think you're out of the woods. I'm just so excited, guys. I know it's like just rumbling time right now. So I'm going to close it up with some basic, amazing reminder of what holds all of this together, and that's personal development. However you feel right now, all right? Whatever you have right now.
Hold on. Okay. Wait. Mm-hmm. Before you close out.
Yes.
I want to for us to get a system going. We had this talk at the LDW. Mm-hmm. Jane and I and Lyllian had a talk about how we need to set up kind of to hold each other accountable for the training. Right? Especially for the extravaganza, for example, we need to have a list of people that bought the ticket, who's coming, so we have that accountability, so that way we know who's committed to showing up to the big event. Okay, so before you close, I wanted to kind of have a list of saying who's already bought the ticket, we need to set up arrangement for, hotels and stuff like that. But we need to know who's committed, so that way when we all cross that stage, we have our team there, and having that list, we will know who's ready to show up.
Man, done deal. That's powerful. Right there, you just mentioned a very big point, and it's going to be in July, God willing. And because I'm a millionaire now, so we're gonna, no, just kidding, but it's gonna be in July, so we're gonna probably get a house or something that we can probably get for a weekend, and then all of the members flying in town would pretty much just be in the house. Something like that could probably be arranged. This is incredible, guys, because this extravaganza will be in Los Angeles, California. That's where I live. That's the birthplace of Herbalife. That's the headquarters. So what we're gonna do is get a clear idea of how many people are coming into town. This is brilliant, and I'm glad that you brought it out. I'm gonna make a list of everybody, and we can feed that list, and we'll publish it every week. Okay, maybe every Friday or every Saturday or every Sunday, we'll publish the updated list of people who got their extravaganza ticket. Right now, it's early bird, so it's much cheaper to get it. We're gonna have an incredible party. Oh my God. It's July, so that means we can do that will be the celebration of the meal team. You guys know what I said 3 years ago? I said that when I become a millionaire team, I'm gonna buy 4 lambs, 4 sheeps. Okay, you guys know how we do in Africa. 1 sheep. Anybody who knows me know that I like to cook. So I'm gonna get my sisters, my friends, and people that are gonna help me hook up 4 fully blown sheep. And when I say sheep, I'm not talking about the leg, guys. Whoever knows me, I'm talking about the full animal. And 4 of them. So it's gonna be a massive, feast, okay? Eating. We're gonna all eat, and it's gonna be the same time. It's great that it's gonna be really right around the time for extravaganza. So that means that we will literally celebrate the meal team cuts, God willing, in July in our fashion. And God knows that by then we might be in the press team cuts, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna do something massive in July. So get your ticket and get your trip to LA. All right, whoever never been to LA, this is the time. It's summertime in Los Angeles, California. We're gonna hit the beach. We're gonna hit the nightlife. We're gonna do different things LA style while we hit the extravaganza stage. So this is it. Make sure you tell your whole team members, everybody, that we're gonna meet in LA. From right now, I'm gonna hit up a couple of people. I have Elsie. I have different people who are in the real estates. We're gonna probably try to see what it's gonna take as a whole to rent a house for 3-4 days so that we can just get there. All of the people coming from out of town, we're gonna party in that house. Make sure there's a pool in it. We're gonna do something sick because that's what we do. We're diamonds, all right? So good point.
And
Yo, man.
Also, today, the
Uh-huh.
last day of extravaganza.
The what?
Sorry. The last day of extravaganza is Lalisha's birthday, so it's perfect timing
Oh my
to
God. That's
celebrate.
a week. It's gonna be some serious turn
All
up.
right, that's it.
Serious turn up to come. So
Thank you.
yeah, so that's it, guys. This is gonna be like the biggest diamond reunion ever. LA is gonna be in LA and Atlanta. I might go to the Atlanta one as well, but as far as the LA one, I think it's fair to say that it should be the one that we're gonna try to gather all the leaders from from Canada, the whole world. Actually, everybody in France, I'm gonna tell them, yo, this is the time. You've been talking about coming to LA. I suggest you come during this amazing event, and I'm gonna tell you this thing. Extravaganza was in Long Beach about 3.5 years ago when I just started. The first extravaganza was in Long Beach. It was 3 years ago, way before this new era of all of the African Americans and all of these Africans. It was way before. It's gonna be again in LA. So it's gonna double, guys. It's gonna be sick because there's a lot more people now into this company, and it's gonna take over the whole LA. So this extravaganza is gonna be way bigger than the one that was here 3 years ago. So we are happy to have extravaganza back into our town. Last year it was in like St. Louis. The year before it was in Chicago. And now it's back in Los Angeles, California, in the West Coast, guys. So you know that Herbalife's gonna flex their muscles. They're gonna show out, and it's gonna be incredible. And now we are at this momentum of our team. Everybody going up. It's going to be new GET team members, new Active World team members, new World team members, new supervisors, new incredible like press team members, new millionaire team members, etc., etc., etc. You better claim it, and you better catch it, and you better receive it, because that's what's happening around this block. So I'm excited, guys. Any more addition, Anna, or anybody? I feel bad that everybody's still here. Okay, so anything else?
Thank you, Lyllian. Thank you. It's amazing.
It's time to show up. It's
Go,
time to
Lyllian. Go, Lyllian. Go.
Yeah. Now that's dope, guys. I love you all. It's going to be the weekend. Remember, we got 10 days. Y'all take this energy right here that you have. You spread it in the universe. You unleash your mind. You get the world to get you what you deserve, what you're working for. Get the naysayers out of the way. Just make sure that you control the spirit of your day. You will love people. You will care for people. And sometimes their energies will pull you one way or another. But at the end of the day, we have a mission to accomplish. We have more people to transform. We have more members to attach, and people and countries to open, and all that good stuff. And it takes you to understand your responsibility. They said that with with more power comes more responsibility. So don't wish for having less problem. Wish to be stronger to deal with more problem. Because I promise you one thing: when you operate at a massive level of action, you're going to call for massive problems to come, and that's what you want. You want bigger taxes, like, Grant Cardone talk, bigger things to worry about. You want bigger, like, people knocking on your door. You're going to have haters. You're going to want more of that, because that's going to come with the territory anyways. So keep on representing, keep on setting everything at a massive level of action. I'm excited, guys. It's happening right now. People have no idea what they're about to see. And I promise you, 95% plus of this organization is from a different country, but we are all operating in officially open countries. So the vision of Africa coming from all of these members that I see here and those who are on the biz work is incredible. Everything is going perfectly as planned, and God Almighty is the wise. He's the one who knows all. He's the one who sees all. He's the one who hears all. The one who's going to guide us all to the highest level of victory. I love you all. Keep on praying for all of us. Keep on praying for your members who need attention, who need help. Pray for them. Don't talk negative on them no more. They're already going through it. So don't add anything that's not elevating. Okay, you hear me? So let's just all just empower one another, and this energy, we're all gonna grow together, inshallah, God willing. And I love you all. Have an amazing night. Have an amazing weekend. Keep on inspiring. Zach Feet, I'll let you 1 minute to close it out. That's it. 1 minute.
Woo! Guys, I mean, this is a weekly meeting, and throughout the week, we all support each other. We all celebrate on Facebook, and it's amazing. We want, I really love the support system that we have on the Team Diamond. What you guys are doing, what the team is doing, the way the team is moving is all felt, and I'm right here all the time and seeing how, the coach is going about his business, about our business, about how everybody's feeling and how everybody's moving. Yo, I can't tell you how proud I am of, like, you know what? Every week we should celebrate one result. Every week there's a special result we should celebrate. And I want to celebrate Aisha! Everybody celebrate Aisha! 150 pounds down. She got her confidence back. She got her swag on. She got her lighting eyes black. And nobody's telling me nothing with Aisha result, right? Her whole dress will become a t-shirt, or her whole t-shirt became a dress, whatever, man. Those results is what fill us up, you know? You have no idea what that does. You know, it's not about a six-pack. It's like, it was amazing the way you post that online, that, you know, is the person that you become on the inside. It's not just the body weight, but it's the mental toughness that happened when that was happening. You know, now the new life that you're living. You know, that's what, like, I was so happy to read the way you were talking about it online. That was firing me up, right? And that's you right there, okay? Can nobody tell you nothing? All right, sister, I love you. We love you. We support you. Keep getting it. Keep getting it.
Keep getting it. Keep getting it. Keep getting it, Aisha. We're super happy for all of y'all. Have an amazing night. You guys, much love, peace and blessings to you and your families. Let's keep on praying. Let's keep this energy high. We are incredible, and we're going to keep on just like striving and keep on staying victorious. Love you all. I'm going to click stop recording now, and I'm going to try to get that video and put it out there. Much love, everybody. Good night, and thank you for plugging in.
Hey, bye.
Bye, girl.
Dub, guys.